Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about you and your business?
I opened Spoil Me over 8 years ago. So, but yeah, my parents for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
I always am just trying to cover my children in prayer all the time.
Yes.
I pray for them all the time.
Yeah. I think San Antonio or any big city, like we're big enough to where we don't have to not talk. We don't yes, you're my competitor, but we're like-minded. You own a business, I own a business. Like we can help each other and, dealing with the same type of things in this industry. So I think San Antonio is big enough to where we can all eat.
Yeah.
So we don't have to like be competition, so to say, in a bad way.
Yeah. Welcome to Built with Intention, a storytelling platform highlighting individuals intentionally building their lives, legacy, and work. Each series focuses on a different community or perspective while remaining rooted in purpose, clarity, and growth. This series focuses on women entrepreneurs, women building their businesses with purpose, navigating growth and healing, and making thoughtful decisions that align with who they are and where they're going. Today, I'm joined by Jenna Vrzal, owner of Spoil Me Kids Spa in San Antonio, Texas. Jenna, thank you for joining us. It's an honor to have you here.
Yes, thank you for having me. I am honored to be here.
When I thought of you, I knew I wanted you on the podcast because the first time I brought my kids here, you were so warm and welcoming to them, and they just loved being here so much. So I just knew that you would be such a good person to have. I want to hear your perspectives, and I think it's going to be great.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, you've been one of my favorite customers too. They're just those people you click with, and I click with a lot of people, but there's certain people that I'm like, oh, I miss seeing her. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about you and your business?
Sure. So my name is Jenna. I opened Spoil Me over 8 years ago. It's been a journey, but yeah, I am a single mom of 2 kids, and I'm a cosmetologist background, so I've always wanted to do hair, something in the beauty industry. I grew up, my grandmother was a hairstylist in Chicago, and so I kind of spent my summers like in her salon as a little girl. So just full circle, once you have kids, like, things change as far as like what you thought was going to happen in life and then what happens in life. So Spoil Me was born because of being a mom and things that I didn't think of when I was in my 20s or, early ages of wanting to, what are you going to be when you grow up? Like those stages, you don't think of what life is like after having kids. So after having kids, your thoughts and wants and all those things typically change. So, Spoil Me Kids Spa was definitely born due to being a mom.
Yes, I love that. I feel like being a mom influences so many things in our lives.
Sure. Yeah, it changes you, it molds you, it drives you crazy some days, but it's a beautiful journey for sure.
Yes. What was the moment you knew you wanted to start your own business?
Well, my own business I've wanted to do since I was a little girl. I think I was born into like an entrepreneurial family. My grandmother owns a salon and spa in Chicago, and my father was military. And then once he retired, he opened up car washes in San Antonio. So I've just always been around like, hustlers and people that like are go-getters. So I've always known like at a really young age, like, I want to own my own business. I don't think 8 to 5 is for me. I really always have wanted to like be my own boss. So for a long time.
I love that. I would say like I've started a lot of businesses too. My husband is definitely like a serial entrepreneur, just always starting something. So I definitely resonate with that answer.
Yeah. Yes.
What challenge early in your journey shaped you the most as an entrepreneur?
Sure. I would say Honestly, COVID was, it was wild. I mean, it was still 2.5 years after I started, a business, but that was like, I would say one like major thing that I can like recall where things went from like great to bad real quick. And it's like, as a business person, like, how do you transition? How do you come back from something so major to where I'm a business where you have, I have to be open. And so for you to tell me I can't have gatherings, it was one of those like, goodness gracious, what do we do now? So I would just say like learning different or, coming up with different ideas to where you can do stuff to when things do go south, like to where you can still be profitable or host like online classes or whatever you have to do, like to still stay in business. Cause COVID was hard.
Yeah.
For sure.
And resilience is so important. Like,
yes, the bounce back.
Yeah.
Yes, the bounce back was real.
So what did you end up doing?
So with COVID, so you have like so first I started to make like at-home kits to where you can like, hey, come pick up a box and it'll have everything you need in this box to host your own party at home. Because, you have like your couple of friends who you're willing to have over and trust that they're not, doing nothing crazy or out there catching COVID. So I would make an at-home box to where they would be able to do it at home.
Yes. Okay.
And then as, a couple months went on, and you realize, okay, people are willing to be with their close people. So let me change my parties from big parties or, parties for 6 or more girls to parties of 4 or less and have it a smaller, a smaller group and smaller time frames where I could still host private parties, but just a smaller group of girls. And so that kind of kept me afloat. It wasn't, I wasn't making crazy profit, but I was at least making enough to like pay rent.
Stay open.
Yeah, to stay open. I was breaking even enough to at least make it. So I would just, being able to transition through that it was a lot. It was rough.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to close, but thank God we're still here.
Well, I applaud you for that. That is such a big
you.
deal, the adaptability that you had to have to, power through that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people probably would have closed and you're still here.
Yeah.
So
I'm still here, kicking.
Still here. Thriving.
Yes.
Who poured into you or believed in you before you believed in yourself?
I would say that my parents, I for sure have a solid foundation. I was raised going to church, so just prayer has always been like super like important in my life. So to know like that I have a mom and dad that like is always gonna pray for me, have my back if I ever, just needed anything. I know I could call and be like, look, I can't tell you everything I'm going through, but just pray a little extra harder for your girl. So my parents for sure have been like my biggest support system, even like with my kids. I work primarily on weekends, so them being able to help me like whenever I need to watch them so I can work so that I can, build this business has truly, truly been like such a blessing. So, but my parents for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
I always am just trying to cover my children in prayer all the time.
Yes.
I pray for them all the time.
Yeah. I don't think people realize like how important like prayer is and being like solid, even if you don't go to church or just be a good person and have faith and just pray that, that you're good. Like God really comes through.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. It makes all the difference.
For sure.
Really
does. I agree.
What has been the biggest challenge you faced as a woman entrepreneur and how did you overcome it?
So, owning a business as a woman, I don't think that I can't think of anything that like I've dealt with as far as like, oh, you can't do this because you're a woman. Like, I feel that what my biggest challenge would be just being an emotional creature or, God created us women to be the emotional creature that we are. And so just not wanting to like write my employees up when they're not performing well or allowing parties to tell me, oh, I need extra minute, please can she open her gifts or whatever it is. I'm like, okay, fine, like fine. And then, that causes the party to run over, which means my next party is going to start late, which means the day is going to be a little crazy for a little bit. And so I just need to, I work through that every day just because I'm a people pleaser, people lover. Like I genuinely love, like I have a heart for people. So if I can do anything little or anything small, like to help them, to help them, whatever they need, just to say yes. So being a yes person too is a little bit of a struggle, but I think it stems more so from, being a woman and being emotional about, okay, you want Susie to see grandma's reaction when she opens her present. Like, okay, sure, yes, so yeah, I would say that. And then, I would say too, like I have ADHD mentally. So I'll start one thing and then don't let someone ask me a question, forget it. Like, then I'm on to the next thing and then I forget that I did the first thing. So yeah, I would say those two things are really like, as a woman entrepreneur, like where I see that, the struggle.
Yeah.
Or the challenge, I should say.
Same. I definitely hear that. And I feel it 100%. Those are probably my struggles as well. What strategies or decisions have contributed most to your growth?
I would say strategy wise, when I first opened Spoil Me, it was a free for all. Like you call, you want to book a party. Like I was just happy for the bookings, because I didn't know if this was a good business. And when I researched it, there wasn't many businesses like this. I think hardly any, maybe some overseas.
Yeah.
Nothing like to where it was like a true like party venue for kids. And so I just kind of made it up as I went. Like I could think it makes me laugh just thinking of all the things we used to like use our fingers to put on the face mask. And, like there was no consistency, or it was just a free for all. Like you would call and say like, hey, I want my party at 12 o'clock. Oh, okay, let's do it. Not thinking that, dang, like now I can't do anything for the first 2 hours that we're open because we have a party coming in. And so just like making a schedule to where, okay, we have to have some type of order. Like there has to be order even within the store. Like we used to hop from like Manny's and they would go get makeup done next. And then when the next girl comes in, like where are we putting her? Because there was no true, like it was just we're putting people where there was an open space.
Right.
And once you grow and you realize that, okay, like this is chaotic, this does not work. Like we got to do something.
Yeah.
And so now when people come in, like they say all the time, like, oh, dang, this is a well-oiled machine, because now like we do stations, like you go from here to here, like there's just a rotation that we follow. And so every party is the same. So whether it be like the employees, they get to know like the system super well as far as like where are the kids going next.
Right.
And it just makes it kind of easy to I mean, it's always chaotic a little bit because, we're dealing with 4, 5, 6-year-olds. Yeah. So it's a fun chaos. But yeah, it's dang, your snap made me mess up. Sorry. We'll edit that, yes. But yeah, so just having a process to follow, I think it's good for everybody. So I would say that has been just implementing stations in the store to follow has been a game changer.
Yes, and it always seems very well organized. It doesn't ever feel chaotic, even though there are young girls running around. But like they're not like running around without purpose. They're running around because they're excited.
Yeah.
And so I love that, like, you have something in place where it's organized, but it doesn't take the fun or excitement out of things.
Yes, exactly.
Because if it was me at my house, I'd be like,
you'd be like, woo,
stop.
Forget it. Everyone outside. No, just kidding.
Yes. And also, like, I love what you said about order, because, like, going back to just faith, I feel like God is a God of order. Mm-hmm. And so that's a macrocosm, right? And so everything we do is a microcosm of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like anything you set out to do, it needs to be, with some type of order and purpose. And
people thrive off of that too. I feel kids, adults, just everyone thrives off of order.
Yes.
I think chaos brings, confusion. And so having that order is super, super important.
Yeah.
in life and in anything.
Yes, in life.
Yeah.
And you're really good at
Yes.
it here. So
Yes, thank you.
yes, okay. What was the first major investment you made in your business, and was it worth it?
First major investment, I guess, would just be investing in like a brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
You never know until you know. I always give advice to people like wanting to start a business. I always say like, you never know until you do it. Like, it's just something you have to do. Like, if you feel that nudge or you feel it in like inside, like God's telling you like, this is it, like just run with it, like, and figure things out as you go. Because I think a lot of times people get scared to even just start. Like, you have a great idea, but you're scared of the what ifs, and you're scared of, all the things that could come with opening a business, but you never know until you do it. And so, I mean, spending, tens of thousands of dollars to open like a place like this and make it what it is now. I mean, yeah, it was scary. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it is scary, like putting everything you have into something and not even knowing if it's gonna take off or not. But again, it comes back to having faith, just having faith in what you want to do and faith in where God is leading you. And I'm thankful that I did it. Cause it was scary. But here we are.
Listened.
Yeah, that I listened. And now I'm able to like touch like so many lives. I feel that's been like the biggest like blessing from this, to see a little girl when she was having her 4th birthday here, and then 6 years later, like I just had a party for her when she turned 10. So like to see them grow, and then for them to come and hug me and just be such a day maker for so many people, even moms, grandparents, like there's just been beautiful moments that I've had. And so I'm super thankful that I'm able to be a part of so many lives and memories, and even you reaching out to me for this, like it's just to know that like, I made such an impression that you thought enough of me to be a part of something you're doing in your business. And I'm thankful I could give back to that too.
Yeah. And I'm thankful to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, what's a practical system or process you implemented that changed everything?
Oh, well, I guess the stations in my store would be definitely like, without that, we would be in pure chaos here, okay? With kids not having a place to sit or whatever, it would be genuine chaos.
Yes.
So just the process of the stations here, like, and then it's something too, like now I franchise. I started franchising my stores. So I've created a process to where I can literally put it in a manual and hand it over to you, and you can go run the store. Now, are you going to be a me? No, I'm just kidding. Just creating a process to where I can like give to someone else. And
what you said, that the importance of that cannot be downplayed. No. It is so underrated, and putting things in writing and having policies and handbooks and things people can go back to when you're not there, because you won't always be there.
Yeah.
And in order to keep that quality control, it's so important.
It's important. Yes.
Written down.
Policies and procedures are super, super important.
They are.
Yeah.
Rules, right?
Yes, rules. And as I'm growing and I'm not able, because now I have 3 stores of my own, so I'm not able to be at each store. And so I'm challenged a lot because I'm leaving it up to someone else to train these new people. And so just having like a standard. And so as I grow, like the policies and procedures have become even more important, because before I can kind of, I can be there to talk to it or to train them or to see what's going on. But with having multiple locations, like there's just no way. Like no way. And so I learned that through growth, like policies and procedures are like key to keeping the order, keeping a standard, keeping things consistent. So
Yes, it's like your voice when you're not there. You're not able to be there to speak. What is something you wish you had outsourced or automated sooner?
Girl, everything. No, just kidding.
No,
I do everything. Like as a business owner and a small business, right? I don't think I've reached a place to where I've outsourced enough. I need to, because I'm overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed. I'm HR, I'm payroll, I'm, I'm all the things, I'm all the hats. I'm marketer, I'm everything. So I think, but one thing I will say is probably the marketing aspect and content creation for my stores to highlight, because since I am so hands-on, like being in the store and making those memories, that's what I care more about instead of like the capturing of it. But I know capturing the moments are important, so that way other people can see. So hiring someone to do like the marketing and content creation for me has been like a game changer, not even having to worry about that. Like things are getting posted, people are booking, like people are seeing the magic behind the scenes. All because I finally like hired someone to like create for me. So that has been, within the last that's just been like the last couple of years that I finally like gave that over to someone. And it's just not my niche. Like technology is not my thing. I'm more of I like to entertain people. I like to talk to people. So technology is not my good point. So
Same.
so giving someone who loves that's been a game changer for sure.
Marketing is such a big deal. I always tell people, invest in yourself. Invest in marketing. Sometimes it seems like, oh, I don't want to pay that much for, someone to post or make reels or content. It is definitely another underrated thing.
Oh, so underrated.
And I don't even like post my own personal stuff on social media. I don't know how I could possibly think that I was going to do any marketing.
I know, me too. But you just don't, as a business owner, you think you could do it all.
Right.
Once you realize like, that's a whole nother job. Like I don't have that time. So
Yes.
So I
don't have
relate.
the time, the know-how.
Right.
Okay. What does scaling look like for you this year?
Oh, okay. So I started franchising a little over a year. No, it's almost going to be 2 years. I have one franchise store. So it's been a lot like trying to like balance like what's next. But my vision when I was a little girl, I saw like I would have dreams that I had hundreds of stores, right? These were hair salons because remember before kids, I was a cosmetologist. So I dreamed of having like so many hair salons around, the world. And now come full circle, I really can envision like Spoil Me, like being in all the cities. Even I've had people like that worked for me, like they were here like on a work visa and they've gone back to their countries, because they've graduated from college, and they've even reached out to me like, hey, what can we do to get a Spoil Me overseas? Like I could run it. I worked for you. Like I can. And so just those things. So my goal for 2026 would be to really dive into the franchising piece of my business. I see that having 3 stores of my own is kind of like a max. Like it's a lot just with me by myself. So 2026, I really want to build a team instead of just me. Build a team to help me like go out there and find other business owners who, maybe want to do this and really start like the franchising piece of it. Because I invested so much money in getting, all of those documents and everything needed for that. So I want to grow that side of the business this year.
And you will?
Yes.
I love that. I love that answer. And you will. What advice would you give to other women pursuing their entrepreneurial goals? And this doesn't even have to be targeted towards women, but just like anybody.
I would say just do it. If you have it in your gut that like, this is what you want to do, like, just do it and figure things out as they come. Of course, you have to have, there has to be some, I don't know the word I'm looking for. There has to be some, help me. There has to be some, thought behind. There has to be some thought behind, what you're doing. But still, like I'm not saying just go out there and quit your job and don't have, a plan. Like you have to have a plan. That's the word. Definitely have a plan, but don't let anything like deter you from doing it. Don't be scared. It is scary, but don't let it stop you. Just do it. That's my biggest advice to people is like, just do it. Cause you never know if you don't do it either. So just do it and figure it out. I think if you're a true entrepreneur, I think have that like grit and grind that they're going to figure it out regardless of what obstacles may come. Like it's just who we are. It's who God intended us to be by giving us these type of desires. Like, so yeah, I think you just got to do it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that answer.
And stay consistent.
Yes. Stay consistent. Adapt
to times changing. Yeah. Resilience and consistency.
Don't
I
give
think.
up.
Yeah. No, you can't. You can't. You got to keep going.
Okay. As entrepreneurs, we're building legacies. What does legacy mean to you personally?
Ooh, legacy to me would be something to where when I'm gone or I'm not doing this anymore, I'm too old. But that Spoil Me will always like live on. Like Spoil Me will always be a safe place for customers, for employees, for kids. To where, like it's just a place that they have come and they've, have great memories there. That it was something that I created to make memories for people.
Like when you drive by somewhere and you're like, I used to go there when I was little.
Yes, yeah.
Like that. Like, I
like
had
that.
Such a fun time. I had such a great party.
Yes, like that was like one of my best parties. Like, So to build something that will like for sure like always last.
Yeah.
Like, so that's what legacy to me. And then also to pass on to my daughter. So I started Spoil Me because when my daughter was 2, and I was looking for places. Once you do Chuck E. Cheese or a jumpy place, what else is there? There's really not much. And so that's kind of where like the idea of this like all came about. So to leave even something like for my daughter to, to come into like once she's done with school, like I would love for her to like take over.
Yeah.
And so I'm building like the foundation for her now. And, I think that she can do 100 times better than me.
Yeah.
And like really like scale it even more, like, change, the new wave generation, like bring, different ideas and stuff like into the store that, would, make it better.
I love that you touched on that because both me and my husband are building something to where if they want to step into our business, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. But it's something where they know they don't have to go work for someone else.
Yes.
They don't have to just fall into this like monotonous grind of constant 9 to 5. And what are you getting out of it?
Yeah.
So I love that you're building something like for your future generations, your children.
Yes.
That's really important.
Yes. No, I agree. Yeah, I can't wait to see what she does with it. It's kind of cool, like, to hear her, like, people ask her, like, what do you want to do when you grow older? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm going to run Spoil Me.
Yeah.
Like, and so she's 11 now, so she's in 6th grade, so 11 going on 21. But, so yeah, just to hear those things and to hear her eagerness to, she's seen her mom, like, hustle, like, from beginning of Spoil Me to now. So she's seen the growth and, for her to like say like that's what I want to do. I want to be like my mom. I want to run. So it's like, oh, okay. So I know I'm doing something right. Like for her to like see the what I do in my life and want that for herself when she gets older. So it is it's a good feeling like to know that what I'm doing like I can pass on to her. And like you said, if she doesn't want to, cool. But it's here that I can hand it to her and she doesn't have to work as hard, to start it. She doesn't have to go through all the struggles or the challenges that I did, that I could just, like, here you go.
Yeah, this is what you do.
This is what you do. Here's the process.
Here's policy.
Here's policy and procedures.
Okay, so I know the answer to this question, but have you taken steps to protect your business's intellectual property, contracts, or done estate planning?
Yes. Yes, I have. And it's crazy as I did it in the beginning. It's one of those things like you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
Right. With a lot of things in life, but especially like even with that, like I just started maybe, I hate to even admit this, but just so people don't feel, that that us business people got it all together. Because I would say maybe like 4 years ago is when I finally, like, it's one of my best friends she worked for a law firm that did estate planning. So she used to start talking to us about it and then just knowing, and then you start researching and then even like investing and all of that. Like you don't even realize like the little bit that you can contribute now, like will make such a huge difference in your future. So yeah, so it wasn't until I was, I would say like about 4 years ago that I really dove into all of that. So I'm thankful that I have now, because like once you know, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I always feel like, being like the baby fish in the pond. I'm always down to be the baby fish in the pond, because then, the big fish are going to teach you, they're going to guide you, they're going to help you like to not go through challenges that they did as business owners. So having like other business owners that are friends that have been there, done that, like they have helped me like tremendously, like just even with, knowing, start investing, start, estate planning, like all the things that you need, like to make sure you're straight, like if something were to happen.
Yes. And it makes
yeah.
such a big difference. I have so many big fish in my circle.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, sometimes it's a little like humbling in itself, if you were to say, but it's also very rewarding. Like it's almost like mind blowing. Like, dang,
I don't mind it all.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so what should I do?
Yeah. So tell me what to do next. Like,
what's next?
Like what? Yeah. No, I agree. I'd love to be able to have people that you could, just go to and be like, hey, this is where I'm at. Like, tell me, help me.
I know what's crazy is that we're getting to a point where like you're going to be the big fish.
I know. I hope one day. I pray one day.
You will. I'm in this mentor circles at St. Mary's, and it's attorneys licensed 10 years and under. So they're like the junior one, and then 10 years and over. And now I'm in the older. I'm like, what will I say?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the first piece of content, idea, or product you created that made you think this was worth protecting?
Ooh, I guess the whole brand in itself. Yeah. Honestly, all of it. Yeah. And even, it's just, man, owning a business is just crazy. All the things and the avenues that stem from it. Because even, yes, my brand, but not only my brand, but now I've started to like create glitter or create, glitter that people can buy, and now I can sell it online and it's branded. So or even like the hair extensions and stencil that we use, like I could literally like it's branded and I can sell it. So I would just, the brand in totality, I feel is like super important to,
I agree. Have you ever had your content copied, reposted, or stolen? And then how did you deal with it?
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Okay. So when I first started Spoil Me, there was a business that was similar to mine, different, but similar. And I guess that business, they sold it to new owners. Well, someone had called and was like, where we want to book this event. Are you guys affiliated with this location too? And I was like, well, no. And they're like, well, your website looks exactly the same. Your events that they're being hosted are exactly the same. When I tell you exactly the same, girl, like wording, pictures being used, except for pictures in my store, they would swap them out for pictures in their store. But the website was almost identical. Like they literally went and just like copied it somehow.
Oh no.
And I prayed about it. Everyone was like, dang, hire an attorney, send them a cease and desist, like make them blah, blah, blah. And I say, you know what? Like I'm not a confrontational person at all. Like I don't do confrontation. I just prayed about it. I say, you know what? I don't even want to fight that battle. Like clearly I'm doing something right. So where they have to copy what I'm doing because they like my ideas. And thank you, God, for giving me the ideas. I hated that it was happening because, people were getting us affiliated and we weren't affiliated. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think like 6 months later, like they wound up like closing. So I think they were just on the bridge or the brink of like, dang, we need something to change because we're not doing so hot. So they were like, well, let's do what they're doing. So that way people can come here too. So I mean, I'm not going to say I was flattered by it because in the moment I was like, oh, like, oh no, like this can't be happening. Like, but I'm also not, I'm not a fighter either.
Yeah.
So I wasn't I'm not a confrontational person. So I didn't say it. I literally prayed about it. And I was like, God, please like guide me in how to handle this because I don't want to have these conversations. I don't want to have any bad blood with another business owner. Like if anything, we're in the same industry. Like we can work together, like in some type of way. Like I think San Antonio or any big city, like we're big enough to where we don't have to not talk. We don't like, yes, you're my competitor, but we're like-minded. You own a business, I own a business. Like we can help each other in, dealing with the same type of things in this industry. So I think San Antonio is big enough to where we can all eat. So we don't have to like be competition, so to say, in a bad way.
Yeah. That was actually advice. Before I started my law firm, I started just straight out of law school. And I went to another attorney she graduated like a year before me. And I was like, how is work? Like, are you getting work? And that's one thing she said. I'll never forget that she said, there's enough work out here for everybody. Just go solo. Like, just do it. Just start your own law firm. You'll be fine.
You see, just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Can you share a proud moment or milestone that stands out in your career?
Oh, a proud moment. I would say there's so many. But probably like I would say one of my biggest things and like accomplishments was like starting like to franchise, like Spoil Me. That's kind of, I didn't realize when I was doing it how big of a deal it was. But when you tell people like that you're like, people ask, like, is this a franchise? And like, well, it is now, like, but they see it's just so, like cohesive and things just flow that they're like, this has to be a corporation. And I'm like, well, it is now, so like, I did that. Yeah.
Not a franchisee.
Right. I am the or. But yeah, so I would say that would be like my biggest, like to date, like my biggest accomplishment, like with Spoil Me, is to like grow something to where like I can give my playbook to someone else that you can go do the same thing in your city or wherever. And it could be just like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
How do you balance your personal life with your business responsibilities?
Well, that's hard. The business, personal, I would say in the beginning stages, the first 5 years, business was life. Okay. Like there was no personal time. I remember getting super sad or feeling left out because I couldn't attend, birthday dinners, or there was just so much that I had to miss, like starting a business. But now it's great. Like now I can, like, okay, like my kids started saying like, Mom, you're always at work. Like you miss so much. And I mean, my business is on the weekend. So I did have to miss a lot. So I realized like, I don't want my kids to ever feel like that.
They're coming second.
Yeah, that they come second to work, because they don't. Like I'm doing this to provide a great life for them. And they're too little to understand those things. But yeah, so now I make sure like there's times like my son's involved in sports now. So I make sure that I don't miss a game, or if I have to, like someone's there, or I make sure just to be present, like in moments that are important to them. Because it matters. But yeah, in the beginning, there is no like work-life balance, I feel, when you're first starting. Now I for sure have it. But
yeah,
in the beginning,
I know. It's nonstop. Right?
It's nonstop.
I think it's the same for me.
Yeah, it's just not. It's a part of growth, I feel.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And balancing. Now I try to be intentional about like spending time with my kids, like with each one, or at least like trying to figure out what it is that they need from me.
Yes.
But I work from home mostly.
Okay.
So I think they don't understand. Like they still think that
you're at home.
Yeah. And they're like, well, I said some people have to go to work in real life.
Yeah.
What?
They don't even understand. They don't understand how good they have it to have a parent that is a business owner, because we can make games, we can be, present at school events, like even field trips, like to little things like that, like being a chaperone, like for my kids' school, like I'm always the chaperone because I work on the weekend. So if it's something during the week, like I try to be present when I'm able.
Yes.
But yeah,
I think a lot of people at my kids' school probably don't even think I have a job. I'm sure they're
always there
because I'm there.
You're able to be there. Yeah, but that's such a blessing that you're able to be there. So,
okay, if you could go back and talk to your day one self, day one of starting Spoiling Kids Spa, what would you tell yourself?
Whew. What would I tell myself? I would tell myself to buckle up. Not kidding. um, I would just, yeah, pep talk to myself and be like, just keep going. Like, keep
Yes.
going. Like, don't stop. Like, life is going to throw you challenges, and especially as a business owner, but don't stop. Go. I wish I would have, I mean, my, I think we're doing okay, like where I am at now, but I wish I would have like just been more like on it, like in the beginning. Not on it, but I don't know. I don't like that answer.
It's so hard because like hindsight,
Delete it.
hindsight is 2020, right? So
Yeah.
it's always easy to go back and like, I should have done this. Or even with marketing, I think I hit on this like maybe, I don't know, one of these, but if I had done marketing earlier, I would have gotten a lot more work that I don't know that I was ready to do at that time.
Yeah. Oh, I
So,
agree.
You know,
If you had too much on your plate, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that you wouldn't even know what to do. I agree.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just would have been completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, trying to figure it all out while having so much is a lot. So yeah, I can agree there.
Yeah, but I love that you would go back and like speak life into yourself.
Yeah.
Cheer yourself.
You
on.
have to. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is to self-motivate because
Mhm.
who else is, I mean, we have our, people that are always going to have our backs and cheer for us. But
Yeah.
you have to speak life into
do.
yourself daily.
Yes, because you're the one in it.
You're in
You're
it.
in the
Yeah.
trenches.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you want potential new customers to know about you and your business?
I would say that I don't know. What do I want people to know? That when they come here, like everything, it spoiled me. Like things are super intentional from the music we play to the conversations that are had.
Yeah.
So intentional moments are super, super important to me. Being a day maker, I'm a day maker, so your kid is gonna feel loved. All the kids will. Like I know it's for a birthday party, so we try to make birthday girl feel super special.
Yeah.
But all the kids, like regardless if it's their party or not, like I try to like remember their names, like just be super, smile, like remember their favorite color, like all those little things matter. So when you come to spoil me or you have a party with us or even just a guest, like I just want people to know like you're gonna feel loved, your kids are gonna feel special, birthday girl or not, like we're here to be day makers, to change lives, change moments for people.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes, and I think you've done that.
Yeah,
I was
thank you.
surprised that you like remembered my kid's name
Oh,
and like the
yeah.
other kids that were there.
Yeah.
So
I try so hard to remember names, like, and I see so many kids, like, every day. So, but I really tried to, and I teach my employees and staff to, those little things matter.
they
Like,
do.
remembering her name and saying bye, to her as she walks out the door. Like, even the mom, they're like, oh, dang, like, that is so cool. Like, she remembered your name.
Yeah.
Like, so, I try to instill that in my staff too, like those little moments, because customer service will take you far. Be a good, heart, have a good heart, and be a good person, and just mean well. Like, will take you so far.
It will. It will. It's one of the 3 prongs. I remember our pastor said once, there's quality, customer service, and price.
Mhm.
And as long as you hit 2 of those things, that he'll come back.
Yeah.
And if you don't hit those things, they won't return. And I was like, I never really thought of it like that, but that's definitely like a good motto for like
that is
a
a good model.
service
Yeah.
provider.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. No, I think customer service has to be standard. Because even if, honestly, when someone comes and they bring a 2 or 3-year-old, like their expectations of their feet and hands looking pristine, they don't expect that. They want them to smile. They want them to feel so girly, so, like a princess. And so I tell my staff all the time, like, just as long as you create that experience, they're paying for an experience. They're not paying for the quality of a nail polish.
Yeah, but they're paying for the quality of your place.
Of your place.
People.
Right. And so that's what I always say, like, be that person, like, be overly, dramatic, be overly fun, be extra. Like, this is a place you could be extra at. So, providing great experiences, I know people will pay for. Like, they won't, they're still going to come back even if their nails looked a little jacked up. Like, if they felt great while they were here, they're coming back. And I love it. I love to know that we are, every year I bring my daughter here, every school, before school, we come here, every Christmas I bring my granddaughters when they're in town.
Yeah.
So those moments, like, let me know, like, okay, we got it. We're doing something right
You
here.
are. And I will say with like kids that don't ever sit still, the quality is good.
Yeah, thank you. We try our best. We be using our Elsa spray. Freeze the nail polish, but yeah. But yeah, so great.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for your insight and for your time.
Yes, of course. I loved being here. I loved this convo. It was great. Got me out of my shell a little bit.
Yes.
But yeah. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Built with Intention, an ongoing platform featuring multiple series and voices, each exploring how intentional decisions shape success, leadership, and legacy. We look forward to continuing these conversations and sharing more stories built with intention.